Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stink Hags campaign. Yes, HeirofStank here, and I will be continuing the Riki campaign to the end as we make our way out of the magical forest and save the realms of Kislev from chaos. So here we are. I need to do some upgrades here on Mother Ostankya, and I'm only just now maybe able to kind of get over to her main spells, which is Curse of Honor Air and then Occam's Mind Razor. So let's go ahead and get the curse, and then let's go over to our Patriarch. Not a whole lot left here that's going to be crazy important to me on it, but we'll keep spending points. And when we last left off, I was trying to make a push towards Hellpit and finish off the Skaven, and it looks like we finally got their armies. Prague is still under control of the Skaven, and I will try to hand some of this off to the Kislev faction eventually, and then I'll try and go help kill Norska as well, so that we can try and shore up the Empire. Now, as far as the spend goes, we are getting pretty close to unlocking this Bewitching Lure, which means we are closer towards our campaign objective. So we need to continue to spend Spirit Essence as best we can. Remember, we got Teleport, we've got one that slows down an enemy army in our territory, and we have another one that removes all corruption in a province. And then, of course, we can also get more Spirit Essence spent by using this screen here, and we had some really good stuff, like this Fragmenti one has been brutally good against our enemies, so we're definitely going to make full use of that. And then Entropus is a good one for their spellcasters. I'm going to get a couple of these. Let's see. Already got Bone and Wood. And then we can still get one more incantation there. There we go. Alright, so we spent some Spirit Essence. We've got a bit of money. I'm trying to remember where my other army is at here. I had a second army. Oh, it was, we fought the Druki, but now Silostra has kind of come in right into the middle of our territory in kind of a menacing fashion here. So I'm going to see if we can get back over and try to get Silostra. And I think this only works on an enemy army.
No grain grows here.
Yeah, it has to be an enemy army. Alright, that stinks. It's kind of frustrating you can't do it. And then we've got, it looks like some rogue armies that popped up down here too that we may have to deal with. The ancient city does not have an amazing garrison at the moment, so we will see. I might just go ahead and tell these guys to skedaddle and see what they do. So I'll issue them a trespass warning. I've already issued one to Silostra. And let's go see what kind of building stuff is available. Iron Spike. We probably have a ton of buildings that are available. We just don't have enough money to throw them all at the same time. So we'll have to kind of make decisions about which ones we want to. So Arnheim is fairly well defended. Probably not a whole lot of reason to spend a ton there. Petrified Forest, Red Desert. Let's swing up to the Red Desert. This one is certainly at risk of being attacked, so it might be best to spend on the upgrade there. I do want to move over and take a look. Mother Ostankya has moved for this turn. We retook Fort Streghoff. I'm probably just going to go ahead and end this turn and get my movement points back. All right. Emperor Karl wishes to talk to us here. He wants military access. I feel like that's fine. Keep building up relations with the Empire. Try and keep them in this fight, rather than letting them get KO'd by the numerous forces of chaos that are around. We'll go ahead and just go through the rest of this turn, and it should almost be over. Man, I have to say, like, I like the fantasy stuff more than I do the whole Egypt setting. But man, Pharaoh is so smooth. It runs like 200 frames a second on the campaign map, and I get, you know, like usually somewhere between 100 and 120 on the battle map. Oh my gosh, it's smooth. I really wish that they could make, and Warhammer 3 was an improvement, if I remember right, coming from the other ones, but I really wish they could make Warhammer this smooth. It would be awesome to have it run that well. I guess one thing that's been interesting that I've seen in a lot of other games, that I don't know because I'm not a developer, so I don't know how it would apply to Total War or whether it would be very useful, but there's all of the upscaling tech out there now. So there's like FSR from AMD, and there is the DLSS from NVIDIA. Honestly, it'd be cool to see. I wish Total War, this is a personal thing, I wish Total War would implement FSR, because it also works on NVIDIA cards. And I know there's some of the people out there are going to be a little bit graphic snobby and say, yeah, but DLSS looks a little better. It might look a little better in many cases, but what I'm wanting it for is so that more people will be able to run the game with lesser equipment, or just get better frames with what they have, right? So I would love to see them add some upscaling tech. But again, admittedly, I don't exactly know how useful it would be. I guess that may depend from like game to game on how much it actually gets you. So like for instance, if Total War, and I'm just making this up, but let's say that if Total War is like CPU bound, I don't know if the upscaling tech helps much. Maybe it does. But I know, like for instance, for me, I think it's usually kind of GPU bound, meaning my graphics card is the slower, like is what's slowing it down. Let's see, do we have really expensive unit? Oh yeah, they got these. Oof, they got all this range units too. Hand cannons. I'm actually gonna take this fragmenty. It was right here. No. Whiff of Madness. Where the heck did it go? Here it is. I'm gonna stick that on one of their deck gunners, so it'll kind of slowly melt away when we come into the battle. What was Harrowing Call? Huge leadership and speed debuff. That one would be good probably on like a Siren. They're pretty quick, and they don't have super high leadership. Speed debuff, ammunition debuff. Ammunition minus 50%. I mean, that'd be another good one on a deck gunner. We've got another one here. I'll throw this on some of their ranged units. Put that one on the bomber. And then another speed debuff. That one would be a good one on the Morn Ghouls. Physical resistance minus. That one would go good on a ethereal unit, so I'll throw that on that Banshee. Weakness to fire damage. I mean, just throw that on some expensive units as best we can. And then what else do we want to throw here? We've got Agony Secession. Throw that on a couple more. They're better infantry units, and this is Intrepus, and I want to put that on Silostra because she's a spellcaster. So I'm going to put all of those out there. Now let's see what we can do to buff our own units. Physical resistance would probably go well on either our bears or the things in the woods. I'm going to put it on the bears because they have slightly less armor. So I'm going to throw that there. There's again physical resistance. Let's throw that on the bears. Bears. Alright, so we've done physical resistance on all the bears. That won't help against magic attacks, obviously, but here's a flaming attack. I'm just going to start putting these armor-piercing weapon damage. I'll put that on our things in the woods. And I've been saving some of these. Vanguard deployments. I'm just going to buff some of these units up. What else do we have here? Charge bonus. Ember Dread, which I think gives the flaming attacks. I'll put that on some of our crossbows there. Ammunition plus 50%. That'll go good on a crossbow. Unburdened Step would be good on a unit that's going to move around a little faster. And then I'm just going to drop this on my Lord or something. We'll see if it helped. Alright, so we spent everything. Let's go in and fight this. It says we're going to lose. I don't know. We might. But I'm going to try and win. And we shall see how we'll do. I do get some reinforcements. That'll be handy. Alright, the battle's underway. I'm a little concerned about how many pirate gunnery mob there is. Like, these units have pretty solid damage. There's a ton of them. And even though my infantry, or my anti-infantry stuff would wreck them, we have to remember that they're zombies. And so they don't really rout. They kind of just keep shooting. And it's not exactly going to be great for me. My reinforcements are coming in right on top of theirs, which, again, not going to be an ideal look for me. Cost me a little bit of extra time, but I think I'm going to try and get my reinforcements in. I've got to do something about their stupid carronades, and I just don't have a good answer to the carronades. My bats won't last long enough if I just try and rush them in. And then they keep pulling out of range, so I'm going to have a hard time setting up to kill them. I feel like I'm going to need to keep things in the woods ready to run the flanks, though, and get into their skirmishers quickly. And let's keep all of our units up here close. Okay, I did manage to get a hold of one of their gun units. We're gonna need to pound as much damage into those as we can. I was kind of hoping to not fight from this water, but they have the ranged advantage. I have to push into them. If I sit back, I'm just gonna get pummeled with artillery. I've got no answer to that. So this is not ideal in the sense that they get to dictate the terms of the engagement. I'm struggling to keep my crossbows up into range. Look right here, there's a good target, and they've got a cannon coming up there that's a good target too. I'm gonna suicide that right there. Actually, let's not suicide anything yet. I think I can take out that carronade along the way too. Okay, so we got rid of one of their artillery, sorry, their long-range units. I'm gonna try and pick off this mortar, because that mortar would certainly be a deadly unit. Alright, here comes my reinforcements. My reinforcements are nothing stellar, but I'll take what I can get at this point, because we are pretty severely outnumbered. I'm gonna push these up immediately onto this flank and try and cause some trouble. When they rush at me, I've got to keep my crossbows outside of range. See, they've got a range advantage. They're already hitting me from back here. I think they're aiming at my bears though, because my Akshina should be invisible, at least at the moment. Oh my gosh, you're getting hammered over here. Let's push this stuff up closer to get into combat range. We want first shots, so let's back up with the Akshina a little bit. Okay, we dumpstered a unit of Banshees, that's good. Let's kind of just keep being ready to back. Okay, I'm gonna have to let my Akshina take a little bit of fire up front here, though I can't just rush straight in. I'm gonna have to trade fire to some degree. Let's get rid of those bombers. I might go ahead and rush this flank right here. Okay, then we're gonna have to focus fire the enemy lords. I see one headed our way. Let's give him the business. I'm gonna start pushing units up the middle here. I gotta be careful though, I can't go too crazy. Alright, bats, let's go after some artillery each. There's an artillery target, there's an artillery target. I gotta pause it because there's a lot going on here. Let's run this dervish forward. And let's, again, just kind of focus fire key units here. Try and dumpster these out. Let one go, and I've got more units that can rush now. So sorry, there's a lot to control. I know it's kind of cheating for me to slow it down like this, but it's also kind of necessary. Oh, what do we got? We got some wolves coming in our flank. I've got to stop those. Let's bring our lord over here to kind of stave off those wolves. And I'm gonna slow it up a little. I need to get back in here and pressure all of this missile garbage, but at the same time, like, I can't go and get stuck on like one of their halberd units and just get crushed. Oh man, we're getting absolutely slain. I gotta push over here a little bit because they're gonna get me with those doggos if I don't. What was that just took me down so hard right there? I'm going for their lords, but honestly, those zombie pirate gunnery mobs are absolutely waylaying me right now. And they're gonna have to be dealt with if we want to have any prayer of getting through this battle alive. Okay, keep coming over here. Push away from that flank where we were into the trouble. Yeah, they've got so many skirmishers that it's going to cause trouble. I did just hit both their artillery pieces, though. Let's go ahead and hit play. I'm going to try... Oh my gosh, man, they are crushing my leader with... I don't know if that's carronades or what, but they are absolutely massacring me. Let's get that off of me, because I need my... Akshina have got to be free. Alright, it's a stinking Bring those bombers out of the air, they're gonna ruin us. Alright, how are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, we took out something. Let's get those deck gunners. Let's come back here and get on that zombie pirate gunnery mob. Let's push forward, start firing here. I mean, we have a chance. This is bad, though. They kind of just went all in for my... Alright, hold on. I'm trying to click this unit, and it won't let me click them. It's getting really annoying, actually. I'm going to have to run back here and fight those deck droppers off of my characters there. And what do they have over here? They've still got this damned Knights of the Realm. And I'm not swearing, that's like a literal statement there. For those of you who might think that you're catching me in the act there. No, 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 no. No! They're rushing my Akshina, which is bad news for me. Good news for me is that they are losing near all of their ranged units. And I'm holding back here. I'm going to move these units back in to get rid of these deck droppers that are after me. We need to push these units forward. We got to push forward here. I feel like we may hold an advantage. My lord is getting pretty beat up though, and I need to take out Silostra, and I need to do it in a hurry. I'm going to try and get these bears into that fight, and I'm going to see if I can pull these Akshina back where they can shoot at Silostra. Being attacked again back here. And there's still... she summoned another unit of Knights Errant there. Silostra is under heavy fire at the moment. Alright, these units can push up. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. I think the tide just turned there because of the damage we're doing to Silostra. It's really chipping away at the power bar. There we go. Now we just gotta get rid of this last Crab Lord, and then her summon unit will eventually be gone. Wow, that was a brutally difficult fight. And my lord still might die out here because I can't free him from this unbreakable unit. He's gonna die if I can't get in there and put an end to these guys. Wow, that was insanely close. Oh, man, the friendly fire is brutal on my pairs. Just go away already. There we go. Wow, that was tough. That was an every little bit counts type of scenario. We did lose one thing in the woods, and man, am I glad for these reinforcements. Those came in super handy. Kind of curious who was our MVP. I didn't really get to hardly use any magic. I had to move that unit around. So our Akshina ambushers appear to be the MVPs. Though, some pretty darn good performances out of the things in the wood. One of the bears did quite well here too. Must have got into a single entity target, so that was a crazy fight. I'm going to replenish what I can because some of their units are likely to survive that little engagement. I don't know why it bounced me back up into the heavens there. Okay. Yeah, some of their units did survive. And I'm kind of thinking we should just attack them right away. Before they get a lord back, because that's certainly not going to help my cause either. So I'm going to do that. It's not going to get rid of any of my units supposedly on the auto-resolve, so I'm going to do the auto-resolve. That was very kind of the auto-resolve, since I had so many units very low. Actually a little bit surprised, not going to lie. But that is good. It says we got a new trinket in our incantations. That is exciting. And we don't have any really outstanding allied recruitments. We lost a thing in the wood. I could try and replace some of the thing in the woods with some sleds, but I don't know, our Akshina are really good from range. I think I'm just going to grab another thing in the wood. It's just too good at what it does. Like, they are quite good. Obviously, there's some weaknesses when there's just a ton of missile units you're opposite, which was the case there. That was really quite terrifying. And I'm going to run these upgrades real quick, because that'll improve my bears and thing in the woods quite a lot there. They get a lot of weapon strength and damage. I'm going to do this route marcher
With this
And for this character, we just need some dang magic. We got Pendulum, which is good, and Miasma's good. Let's grab Smoke and Mirror and then Evasion. And then I'm gonna go actually check this Boyar. We probably need to rename him. We had a lot of suggestions, but I'm thinking this will be Chef Boyar. And then, of course, you know, D. So Chef Boyar D. Let's see. Good old canned food. Frost Shard armor. Sacrifice. Dang, man. Damage resistance. It's a ward save area? It's enabled if his hit points are less. I hate this crap. Oh, if you're almost dead, we'll give you this cool thing. No, that's stupid. Like, don't make this kind of stuff. Like, that stuff is annoying to me. I don't understand those type of armors. They just, it's almost as useless as the spell resistance, but the spell resistance is certainly not that useless. Stalk and Unspottable. Now that could be pretty good, actually. This one gives defense and attack to everybody in range, though, too. That's also quite good. But that is a magic one. Well, we want that to replace Ruby Ring. Ruby Ring's not very good. And then I think we'll do Blizzard Brooch. It's part of a set, interesting enough. Frost Shard Glaive, Iron Ice Armor. I think, oh, we do have a Potion of Toughness. Crap. Why did they put this so low? Because the Potion of Toughness is actually really good, because it heals him. I'm going to take that. It's not going to like my choice to take that, but I'm going to take it. And then this hag needs some help here, too. I guess I'll use this Shield of Sacrifice here, because that's about all I got. We got a Berserker Sword, which certainly wouldn't hurt. And a Talisman. We've got the Obsidian Amulet, which is crap. Enchanted item. We'll put this one on her, since we didn't get to use it on the other character. And then as far as a casting item goes, none of these are fantastic. Leadership minus 16%, it's a hex. I mean, that's not bad. You can try and use that. And then do we have any good ancillaries? Campaign line of sight, might as well. Construction time for buildings, I'm not that worried about this. Kind of stupid. Research rate. And let's head back over to this character.
by blood.
Magic item drop chance is always good. Allies in range. If hit points are less than 50%, they're immune to psychology. Now that might be kind of handy. Okay, I think that's about all we're going to be able to do here. So let's go back over to magic items. Sword of Battle. Potion. Oh, we had another Potion of Toughness. We had 2 of those. I might just go ahead and give it to him then. Give him the Potion of Toughness. I don't think I have another Talisman, so I think that's about all I can do for the moment. We're rather limited on equipment here. Yep. Over the Earthing Rod there. Alright. Doing what I can. Got those assigned. We're going to replenish there. Let's head back over to Mother Ostankya, who apparently has already moved this turn. Either that or we lost our movement points. One of the two. Check this out. Stalk and Snipe, which we already have for all of our crossbows. You know what that would be really cool on? That would be cool on a sled or a little Grum. That would be pretty entertaining. Damage resistance 40%. It's only one use though. Summon a unit. Summons an elemental bear. Yeah, I'll have one of those, please. What happens if you put other stuff on it? So we've got horn and wood. Like, what happens if we put bone in it? Flaming attacks? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. What if we put teeth in it? Charge bonus. Yeah, no, we're good. Let's create that. Unfortunately, I can't do my Fragmenti, which is my favorite. Let's see. Boy, that is a good one right there. Let's drop that one in. This Chain Hex, Agony Succession, is a good one. And Tripus, good against the leaders. Alright, how are we doing? So we are only 23 more Spirit Essence. Do we actually have any Corruption here? No, not really. A lot don't even know if we own a province that has much corruption. Like, I mean, I guess we could use it regardless. It doesn't matter whether it's a waste, I guess, because it's helping me spend. Let's go ahead and do it. It still helps us towards our total, even if it doesn't really do anything particularly useful. Yeah, see, if we spend 7 more essence, we'll be there. Alright, River Linsk has the ability to rank up here. It looks like Kislev actually sent an army over towards Norden. That's good news. I was going to have to go do that for them, and I'm glad to see them taking the initiative. That is always good to see from an ally. We can build up our outpost at Kislev. And let's get through the turn-in.
Quite a diplomat. Welcome.
Alright, Alariel butted in on the turn end here, and she wants a non-aggression pact. That seems doable. And let's see if anybody else does anything here. There was more Clan Mulder units than I thought, because now they're out here threatening Kislev. I doubt they'll be able to break into the big city, though. And the other one is stationed near Prague, which I'm guessing the Rats own as well, because it looks like a torn-down settlement, but they're right there, so guessing that's Rats. And then Duke Jared is declaring war on me. You jerk. He's going to attack the ancient city because I'm not there to protect it. You jerk. He's got stinking mortars, too. That sucks. Now, this is a bit of a problem. Spirited Away summons an elemental bear. Now, that could be handy. Try and put this on one of these units. This is a problem. Those mortars are really the biggest problem. Alright, I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of plan, and this is gonna be tricky. They've deployed in 3 different places, which is gonna make it even harder for me to try and be effective somewhere. Yeah, see, there's gatehouses over here. I think their horsemen can attack the gates, unfortunately. If all those horsemen break in, that's going to be a huge problem. Now, their other units could break in as well. I don't want to have to deal with those mortars. It would be nice if I could do some damage to those mortars. I have an idea. I don't know whether it will work. I'm kind of thinking about, like, focusing my forces against all their horsemen over here, trying to do as much horrific damage to them as possible, and then as they slowly break through these other ways, I can maybe build some, like, barricades or something to try and slow them down, and then see if we are able to, like, just kind of catch up to them eventually. But, like, if I'm able to focus my forces in one place against the enemy, it might give me a better chance here. That's my thinking, at least. I don't know whether it will be true. But, like, for instance, if I can get a unit here, and then another unit here, I need to activate these towers. So if I get all the towers activated, that will do me the most good. And then I'm trying to think of a good way. If I put a unit, say, like, in the middle, and then, like, maybe on the flanks like this. If I put a unit to kind of hold the enemy as they bust through the gate, and then the rest kind of sit and shoot from the flanks is kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of hard to position these units here. But, like, I'm thinking something like this, like, try and let them break the gates, but then just catch them up in a massive crossfire. So let's see if I do the same basic thing over here. Okay, yeah, this unit. Might be able to sneak out behind them and get that dervish into their units. Okay, what are all of we... Let's just make sure all of our units are in the position I want them in. They should be along this wall, except for... yeah, the horsemen. Okay, and then let's get all of these units on a defensive stance. And let's hope we can damage as many of these cavalry as possible. from range. Like, that Grail Knight is just a juicy target. They are extraordinarily powerful, and they're going to be quite resistant to armor. At the moment, they're just sitting on their butts, though, too. Surely they'll come try and tear down the gates. Okay.
Defenders of Gisli!
I almost wonder if I should get one of these units up here on the walls to shoot them a little first, too. I might do that. We can summon a bear as well. We might want to save that for just like, you know, a really critical moment. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm gonna station some units on the walls. I've got my archers firing. My towers are doing a lot of damage. Like, if we can take out a ton of these Grail Knights, that'll be worth it. We may lose this, but, you know, at least maybe I can deal some gruesome damage as a little bit of payback for what they're having to try and do to me here. This is gonna be a terrible fight if they get on me. These Grail Knights, though, if I can kill a ton of these Grail Knights before they ever get through the walls, though, I mean, that is a big deal, because Grail Knights are insanely efficient. They are very powerful units these days. Very powerful units. Knights of the Realm, Knights of the Realm, Knights of the Blazing Sun. But we are doing tremendous damage to our enemies. And over here, they're just kind of slowly working their way towards the gates. So that actually works in my favor. I could start building, like, barricades. Again, just do everything we can to slow the enemy's progress through the settlement. So, like, over here, like, just building barricades. Let's go pause it. I gotta see what's going on here. Okay, so they're still not through the gates, but we are causing horrific damage to them from the walls. That is good news. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and get going here, and then let's see where else we can. Again, I'm working to create ways to slow them down. And then, like, right here, I think I can run out and get that mortar. Okay, they broke in, and my little crossfire is already paying dividends. I think I'm gonna turn this unit around here, and then this unit can come down and help fight while this one holds these guys in the crossfire. Someone has it says summon an elemental bear. When is that gonna actually do anything? Passive, Spirited Away. Okay, it's a passive. Hit points less than 20%. Okay, great. It's one of those. It's like, hey, if you die, you get a cool special ability. What? but I'm dead. Oh, their cavalry's trying to bypass me, of course. That's typical AI. Hey, let's just pull through. Let's be a bunch of pull-through buttholes. Come on, come on. Well, pulling through is certainly going to damage them terribly in terms of, like, having to walk through my units. So I don't know. Let's see how many of these guys we can take down. My lord's already getting pummeled by Grail Knights, so that's less than ideal. That's less than ideal. All right, we've run off a good number of their units over here, though. But got a long ways to go. Oh yes, finish up my barricade. All right, barricade's finished. All right, so we're killing a ton of their knights. That is a good thing. Let me pause it. My dervishes got out here and attacked this, and I was wondering why they're getting killed so bad. My own towers killed them. That's fantastic. Or no, they took over the towers and killed me. That sucks. Okay, man, that sucks. I was getting ready to say, how can it be my towers? All right, well, we basically annihilated their knights here, so that is good news for us. I'm going to start trying to head back towards the city center to get ready to set up a longer-term defense, so killing off a tremendous number of their knights, not going to be a bad thing. Over here, the fight not as pretty for us. There's a Grail Knight in here that is causing us horrific pain and suffering. I'm going to line up these two units to take some gunshots at it. There's still a unit harassing them from behind as well, so we got a little bit of trouble on the other side, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just try and get these units to fall back up here, because we're going to need some units to be able to guard, and I'm thinking almost out of arrows over here too. We are getting absolutely crushed by Grail Knights down here. We might be able to power our way through this one. I'm not 100% sure. It is rough, to say the least. Alright, let me pause it again, because I need to look at ways to slow the enemy approach. I need a barricade there. Let's hit play. We've got to slow down the enemy approach as best we can. What's the cheapest? Towers aren't going to make too much of a difference. They're trying to capture a bunch of points at the moment to demoralize and destroy our guys here. This unit's basically out of... Oh, we're about to get smacked by a Grail Knight here. Come on, get up here. We gotta go... Oh! I gotta go save some of these capture points. We can't let them have all of our capture points. We beat them back over here. I need these units to begin falling back. Okay, that Grail Knight is a real problem for us. I'm gonna have to shoot it to death, hopefully. Send some reinforcements. Our building's under attack. Okay, they're tearing through some of my barricades. I'm not surprised. That one just got built, so that will slow them down a little more. I need to get to that victory point. And my units are a long way off from that victory point. I'm gonna start running that one that way. I don't have anything fast left, unfortunately. That Grail Knight is absolutely murdering us. The Cassars really can't do much about it. I mean, at least we killed off a ton of their extremely elite cavalry units here. I feel like that was some small consolation prize. Some of them are coming back from routing, which is very convenient at best for me. Shoot that unit. They're trying to capture, but I'm going to out-capture them, I think, here. If I can blast that unit down, that'd be good. They are headed towards my victory point, and I've got to hurry and get ahead of them. Just build anything I can build at the moment to try and buy me time. I don't think we can win this, but crazier things have happened, so... Crazier things have happened. We're going to get rid of this Grail Knight. I need it good and gone. It's still got 14 entities left. Should get hit by my tower some, and you will get up here to this point as quickly as we can. Alright, we saved that capture. Unfortunately, that unit's going to come back from routing as well. We'll deal with that if and when we have to. Got a Flagellant coming up. We've got to get up here and save them from taking... I believe this is a victory point. No, the plaza is way over here. What the heck? That sucks. Yeah, that is not good. The plaza being the victory point over there, that is really bad. Wish I would have left a unit back there now, because we're paying a dear price at the moment. Come on, come on, come on. Just run, run. We gotta go all the way across the map. I don't think we can stop them from getting to that victory point before us, because I'm literally, like, all the way across the map. They've got a few units that came back from routing. Yeah, here comes that stupid Grail Knight. They're gonna try and capture the gates. Which makes sense, I guess, kind of. Oh my gosh, all of my units are just slow, 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 slow. I have to fast forward. It's going to take an extraordinary amount of time. Go shoot that Knights of the Realm. Oh, do they have anything? I mean, they're ahead of me, generally speaking. Towards getting to that point. They're already headed towards this other key building. Okay, we got rid of another unit, so keep coming up here. And what else can we do to slow these guys down? I've got barricades up there. I could build another tower here momentarily, but they are headed straight towards that capture point eventually. How much? Yeah, the tower's tied to it. I don't think that's going to do me a ton of good. I don't know if the AI will be dumb enough to stop and fight these barricades when they can go right down the center, but I'll take a chance that maybe they do. And we'll see. Oh my gosh, my units are just ever so slow. The good thing is if they beat up this unit enough, I'm about to drop an elemental bear on their head. They took that main point up here, which hurts because I think that was giving us defense and other bonuses that we really badly needed. And they're going to turn around. They're going to start running for the... I'm going to have to just outmaneuver this unit. So I'm going to have to go over here, run through that barricade, and try and get through there. We don't have time to stop and fight these guys, so let's go ahead and hit play. They're taking away capture points. It's certainly going to hurt me because those capture points help us in terms of being able to stay in a melee and have better morale and stuff like that. But yeah, like this unit is just going to have to beeline it over to here because that flagellant's already ahead of me. Just build anything, something. Help. Come on, hurry. You guys are so slow. The Kislev guys need to be doing a little bit of marathon training or something. Their battle pilgrims are terrible against armor, but there's just so many of them at this point that it's a little bit problematic. I'm going to try and wheel up on the flank and dump these pistol rounds into the side of them, but I'm not going to last a whole lot longer in this melee here. Darn it, they're coming towards me. I don't want to get caught in melee. I need to shoot these guys. They're just chasing me. Stupid battle pilgrims. Okay, actually these guys are stopping over here to try and take this capture point. I might be able to just stand inside of it and shoot them, and then I might get the bear summon there too, I don't know. The bear summon would be cool, but it's also going to dissipate rather quickly, which is really going to work against me. Trying to gun into these guys. We are making some progress. I'm dropping a few of their infantry units. They got more battle pilgrims and flagellants coming in. They have that mortar still too. Okay, at least I can try and halt this capture here. What are you doing? Move forward. Gotta contest that capture. Shoot them. Shoot them. Shoot them in their ugly faces. I need to get under 20% hit points here to get that bear, but at the same time that means my general's under 20% hit points, which is not exactly a reassuring thought at this point. I am trying my hardest to shoot up these battle pilgrims, but they have really high morale. Oh, we got the bear. My general is dead. I guess it turns us into a giant bear. That's not ideal. So that's probably going to hurt me in terms of the rate. They captured my building too because we lost all of our capture weight. So this bear thing, I mean, could be useful in the right scenario. Wasn't really the unit that I wanted it on right there. But it is what it is. We've got to get across here and get to this main capture point before those battle pilgrims make it, because that is certainly where they're going to be headed next. I'm actually going to just leave this unit to hold these guys, hopefully, as long as we can, and kind of run away with these others and see if we can recapture this point on the way through. Actually, these guys might be able to dump some pistol rounds into here while we recapture with these units. How's the bear doing? It's going to desummon soon. We got 17 kills. I feel like it could have done a whole lot more there. The breath attack we didn't even get to use, unfortunately, but I mean, at least we took down a lot of those flagellants. Come on, let's go. You look in there. You start running to this point, because we can't let those flagellants beat us there, and they probably will regardless. This one will finish off the recapture. Their lord, of course, just got straight into combat with this pull-through shenaniganry. We can't possibly beat that lord at this point, unfortunately. None of my units are sitting still. My bear despawned, and he didn't even kill that unit. How useless. This is frustrating. Well, we're going to have to cough up a loss here, unfortunately. And no matter how fast I try to get here, I can't beat those guys. I didn't realize this was such a beautiful choke point. I mean, I probably should have just tried to defend back here. But all that cavalry would have gotten through, and there's no way we would have survived that either, so... The cavalry only came down because of the towers. Well, I mean, we're not going to win, but I guess we made those jerks pay a pretty steep price to to win the battle. The flagellants are going to whip my Cassar spears, so it is what it is. No victory for us. And even just having had a Lord and maybe like one other unit there might have been enough to turn that one, so that was a mistake on my part to not have trained something, but it looks like they just sacked the settlement instead of actually taking anything. They did enter in a camp stance, which is smart for them, but I know this is risky, but I'm going to try and repair this as quick as I can. And as far as like other settlements, I mean, we do have some garrison around. I could try and recruit another lord here at the Petrified Forest. And of course we have to have a Chef Boyardee instead of an actual hag, which would be a lot cooler, of course, but war size, physical resistance, melee defense when in own territory. Let's recruit Boyar, and let's see if we can stack up even some small defense here. It would be useful. It's not going to be much, but I'll take anything I can get. Even if we get a little bit of units over the next few turns, it could be useful. It's going to really eat into our additional funds. But having killed Silostra back here, dang, no, we're going to have to reckon with more Druki. We still got Druki on the way, and I'm not in a good position to defend Hrothgar Spire, which means that we're about to lose it. I was hoping we wouldn't be seeing the Druki up here since we're buffered, but apparently they're just walking through other people's territory. And they are not at war with the Druki. And what about the Tree Freaks? They are at war with the Druki, but they didn't manage to stop them getting through over here, so thank you. Appreciate you leaving that flank wide open. That was very polite. I guess I'm going to have to hold off on this thing in the woods, and I'm going to just scooch up here to Chimeric Aspire and get ready to protect. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have stayed back and finished re-recruiting my army. Now I'm up here with terrible replenishment where we're at. Oh, tell me we got some kind of garrison at least. Okay, we do. Alright, there's some kind of garrison there to help me. We can get a thing in the woods from the Ice Court, though. Let's do that. That might help out. We're definitely going to want some Fragmenti here. I wish I could get more than one in a turn. I think that's another damage per second. Word save, direct damage, so this entities explode on death. That's kind of cool. Strider, okay. Alright. Oh, I know what we can do. We got enough Spirit Essence. We can halt one of these Druki army, or at least slow it down massively for now. That will help. So we'll slow down Malekith a lot and see if we can at least make sure I don't have to get engaged on the very next turn. Maybe we can get a little bit of replenishment done. I hate this when you move into the unpleasant territory. It like makes such a big difference on replenishment, but that is just kind of the way it works. Like that's the way that cookie crumbles. Alright, Hell Pit is nearby. Let's attack it. The Skaven have a significant defense. We have a significant offense. They do not have Warp Lightning, which is huge. They will have some summons. I'm going to save these for fighting the Druki because I think they'll be more important. Other than that, I think that I can win this one relatively straightforwardly, so let's go ahead and fight this one as well. I'm going to go tear down the door with the giant bear. I've got some crossbows up to start hitting their guys on the walls. Hopefully we'll get some good damage done. It looks like they were actually firing on a unit that left the wall. I'm going to turn off Fire Will and turn it back on. They've got a unit coming out of the gate. I don't know what they were thinking there, but I'm going to go ahead and push it back inside the gate. Okay, yeah, we just got really good damage done there. Alright, I got my Patriarch up here. Let's bring some units up. Let's bring Kevin up here. I'm going to take my spiders because the Skaven were not defending these gatehouses down here. I'm going to go tear them down with spiders. And let's start bringing units up and get ready to bust on through when the time... Here comes a summon. Just going to get that with that unit. Pull the Boydanov's Brawlers up here. Okay, you guys take it easy. I don't want the friendly fire, but let's move up and continue to fire. Let's tear the gate down, please. Ow. It was actually a really brutal shot from the Skaven. Tear the gate down, please. Okay, we're getting hit by some Skaven. Eee, that tower is absolutely destroying me. Try and move that unit over there to the side. Let's make the Skaven pay for a little bit of this nonsense. Oh, please open the gates. Tower is hurting me so bad. Okay, let's open these 2 gates. There's stupid summon right in the middle of all my guys here. That's convenient. Oh my gosh, the towers are OP. If I move this unit up, we might actually be able to get outside of that tower. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now that tower can't shoot anything. Maybe these units back here can, but at least that'll minimize that for the moment. Is the gate open yet? No, my bear got distracted. Fantastic. That summon works some nice double duty for them. Alright, still got gates. Okay. Crossbows doing some good damage from behind the walls, which is certainly something they're capable of. I'm going to tear down some storm vermin. Okay, they're not really hitting much. They did put a summon over by my Akshina, but I've got Kevin right there. That's not going to stand for long. Is the gatehouse down? Yes, it is. Come on inside, Frozen Heart. Well, let's bring Frozen Heart some infantry help. Okay, and then... Okay. Start moving all these units up through the gates. We should be just about to break through the doors. The Skaven sent some reinforcements down here to try and cover this, but it'll be too little too late. The gatehouse is almost destroyed. Alright, how's the old Frozen Heart doing? Alright, Skaven blobbed up on us. Let's use the Heart of Winter, the bound spell, and then let's throw our infantry in here to help. And then Mother Ostankya is right in the middle of that mix too. I'm going to use some of her debuffing, which is quite serious. There's 3 very serious debuffs that are going to leave the Skaven basically almost entirely unable to fight back while they're being hit by a Frozen Heart of Winter. It is merciless, and I'm here for it. And the Skaven summons continue to clog up my back lines. The spiders... Are we really... Okay, there goes the gate. Let's get in here. Move in. Move in. Gatehouse down. Move in. Okay. Spiders are through the gates. I'm gonna capture that gatehouse real quick. Both of those, in fact. I don't think it's a huge deal that we do. Okay, there's another Skaven summon back here, but it's not going to do anything of value. Okay, we busted all the way through the Skaven front. Let's go back here and hit them a little harder. Come here. Just tear that down. Alright. Alright, how are we doing with spiders? Spiders... Skaven don't want to move, so let's go take their capture point. We're going to just sit on the walls. And we're going to tear down this stinking garbage right here. Alright, Clan Mulder threw a summon up behind my Boydnov's Brawlers. I don't think that that's actually going to go that well, but they're free to try. Brawlers are going to put a volley in them and then go charging headlong with the axe guns, and I don't think it's going to turn out good for these clan rats. Yeah, clan rats are going to get absolutely owned by the Boydnov's Brawlers. Okay, did we... Supposed to be tearing this down. Why is it taking so long? Like, it's just a measly Skaven barricade. It's like put together with rat droppings. That shouldn't be a challenge for us. Capturing some other points back here. Let's move these units up in. Alright, the Brawlers did their job. Let's push forward over here. How is this barricade not torn down? Tear down the barricade. Ignore the stupid rat. There you go. Thank you. Okay, our spiders are trying to get on through to make a capture here. Attack a few of those units, but I'm going to send a few forward to go ahead and make the capture here and put an end to that. Okie doke, where are we at here? The brawler's still shooting everybody in the face. I'm here for it. Let's start making that move. Alright, let's get another big flock of doom going over here. Debuff those guys. And this big brawl back here. Some clan rats. We got another capture. Put it into another Skaven point. Let's go make another capture. The spiders. So the spiders are kind of capturing their way through Skaven lines. So that is pretty funny to me. There's another capture point right there. Let's go get it. Alright, so we are breaking through. See if we can finish that. Skaven are recapturing some of that stuff back there. Oh well. A little too late for them to really make too much difference in this fight, I think. Alright, just did that capture. Alright, let's get up here and get their final capture point. And we're about to take another one over here, which will get rid of some more of their towers that are shooting at me. Let's get over here after their leader. That should get rid of the Skaven once and for all. But yeah, we got these major capture points back there. That's going to have a big impact on the Skaven's ability to continue this fight. Meaning I don't think they're going to be able to continue it. There we go. So, good victory. Alright, folks. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. We got some pretty good progress done. If we go ahead and... Okay, yeah, so we finished spinning enough Spirit Essence. So Bewitching Lure will open next time, and then we got 763 to spend before we get to the final one. I will see you all in the next episode. Heir of Stank, signing out for now.